But anywho, we are going to be reading this morning from Revelation. We started Revelation yesterday, and we read chapters 1, 2, and 3. Today we are going to be reading chapters 4, 5, and 6 of the Revelation. Yesterday in the reading, we saw where, John was talking about how he had met this figure that is supposed to be some kind of representative of God, whatever it was. And this figure that he had met in this dream was walking among seven golden candles. He had there were seven, what did he say? It was seven candlesticks, seven something. And he had gotten a message for the seven churches. And these seven churches were the churches that were established by the apostles in the region of Asia. All right. Um, I don't know, but y'all, I just didn't see anything too particularly religious about that. The churches were established. He said this figure gave him these instructions, have him write a letter to each of the churches, and to tell them, you know, some of them he was pleased with. Well, only Philadelphia he was pleased with. The other six, he was concerned about the way they were operating and the things that they were allowing to happen in the church. In one of the churches spoke about Jezebel, being allowed to work as a prophetess in the church, and how she's corrupting the gospel by sleeping with the men, causing the men to commit adultery and fornication in the church and all of that. So I didn't see anything particularly significant about about writing a letter to to the congregations that were following this particular gospel. You may see it differently, but I'm not here to evaluate what you have seen, just to read and evaluate what I see. But this morning we are going to be reading chapters 4, 5, and 6 of the Revelation. Because you see, over the years, everybody keep telling me, "Oh, Trev, I can't wait for you to get to the Revelation. There's going to be it's an eye opener in the Revelation. You're gonna see this, you're gonna see that." I'm still waiting, and we're gonna continue reading the Revelation, and let's see what it is in the Revelation that is so poignant um that's going to give me an eye, open my eyes and make me see something differently. But welcome, Sister Winsome. I see you. Good morning, Angel. How you doing? Winsome, somebody did have my lipstick right there, so I'm gonna know what to put in. I don't know where then. But my head hurt me right now. I'm gonna have no time to look for it. Hold on. See there. You satisfied? All right. Okay. Don't forget to hit the like button, guys. Don't forget to tap the screen. I sincerely appreciate y'all. Winsome, don't forget to hit the like button. Anyway, let us continue. Can I you that? Okay. Welcome into the live. This morning we're going to move right along into the reading. We are going to be reading from Revelation chapters 4, 5, and 6. No, knowing some. Just the year ago and chill. I do the Bible reading and then I don't know what else I got able to do for today. Come here, that hurt me bad. I don't know if it's because I put on this stocking cap on my head last night when I was finished doing my hair. I put on the stocking cap, and I tell you, the whole night me feel like my head just a tear off. And so I got up and I took off I got up and I took off the stocking cap. And the head still hurt me. But when we took off the stocking cap, I realized that how tight it was on my head. Life goes on. Let us do the same. All right. So guys, you are welcome to get your book Bible or your Google Bible, whichever one you have. You are welcome to get it. You're welcome to follow along with us. I want to say kudos to people like Winsome the real OG, Cad. Ooh, Lord. These people have been with me since I started. Roy, what's up? Since I started from in the beginning. From I started Genesis 3 years ago. And now here we are at the book of Revelation. This is to prove to you guys that the longest journey begins with the first step. If you never start, you can never expect to finish. And so this morning, as we go through the Revelation, we are reminded of that. Okay? So come on now, and let us start the reading of Revelation chapter 4. Revelation chapter 4 says, after this I looked. Now this is John talking. He says, after this I looked, and behold, a door was opened in heaven. And the first voice which I heard was as it were of a trumpet talking with me, which said, come up here, and I will show you things which must be hereafter. So this is John in this vision. We're gonna walk back a little bit. So in this vision, he sees seven golden candles. He sees somebody walking amongst the candles, and this individual is robed in white all the way down to his feet. This individual's feet look like brass, looks like something that has been burnt. That means a person is black. He says the feet look like brass, like something that had been burnt. The person is wearing some kind of a golden loin thing, and this person has told him that he's from above, and he has come to give him a message to give to the 7 churches. But this message, he doesn't want to tell him these messages. Hold on. He doesn't want to tell him these messages. He wants him to write these messages, one to each of the angels who is guarding the church. Okay? So he writes these 7 messages that he will deliver to the 7 churches. Now he says in that same vision, he looked and he saw a door that was opened in heaven. And he heard the voice like a trumpet talking to him and telling him to come on up here. I got something I want to show you. All right, let us continue. I just want to make sure we're all on the same page there. Let's move right along. And he says, and immediately I was in the Spirit, and behold, a throne was set in heaven, and one sat on the throne. And he that sat was to look upon like a jasper and a sardine stone, and there was a rainbow round about the throne, in sight like unto an emerald. There was a rainbow round about this throne. Let us continue. He says, and round about the throne were 24 seats. And upon the seats I saw 24 elders sitting, all clothed in white raiment, and they had on their heads crowns of gold. Okay. Let's continue. And out of the throne proceeded lightnings and thunderings and voices. And there were 7 lamps of fire burning before the throne, which are the 7 spirits of God. So here, Paul is, hold on there. I'm going to see my phone not have no charge. I thought my phone was charged. Hold on, the beautiful people. Jesus, let me fix this. My phone is dying. I didn't even realize it. All right, make us continue. So the number 7 seems to be quite significant here for John. Remember, he said he saw the 7 candlesticks. He saw the person walking among the 7 candlesticks. He said there were 7 churches. He got 7 letters from this individual to deliver to each one of those churches. Now he says, and out of the church, out of the throne proceeded lightnings and thunderings and voices, and there were 7 lamps. God, me done with you and allow me. I have to, sis. I have to. Yeah, me have to get it going. Hold on there. But I'm going to say your ears clean, you see. Anyway. Let us move right along, gentle people. He says, and out of the throne proceeded lightnings and thunderings and voices. And there were 7 lamps of fire burning before the throne, which are the 7 spirits of God. The 7 spirits of God. The 7 spirits of God. Let's continue. And before the throne there was a sea of glass like unto crystal. And in the midst of the throne and round about the throne were 4 beasts full of eyes in front and behind. So these beasts had eyes all around their head. What a dream. I want to make Johnny, I'm so late. Let me continue. Let me continue reading this. And before the throne there was a sea of glass, like unto crystal, and in the midst of the throne and round about the throne were 4 beasts, full of eyes before, like eyes in front and behind. And the first beast was like a lion. Now there are 4 beasts now. Hold on there. Kadoy. When Simon Peter, you remember when Simon Peter was sent down to the beach, was it? You remember when he had that vision of the table, something coming down from heaven with the 4 corners, you like a blanket, a sheet or something like that? Did he not talk about something similar to this, talking about him seeing a lion? Was it him who said he saw a lion or something? Was it Simon Peter, God? How I called that Jesus? Only God can rescue me, you know. When he was on the rooftop, yeah. That one I'm talking. Was he the one who saw it? Or was it the other guy down there in Babylon? Was it the guy in Babylon who had seen something like this? Or was it Nebuchadnezzar taking the people down into Babylon? Guys, me don't remember. But I think I've read something in the Bible already about somebody having this sort of vision about seeing this lion. Daniel was when he went down to Babylon, right? Me know my head not so bad, you know. Yeah, he had a vision similar to this. So here John is saying the first beast was like a lion, The second beast was like a calf. The third beast had the face of a man, and the fourth beast had a flying eagle. Yeah, this is not new. I read this before. See, they can't catch me up. Yeah, Daniel did have this vision. Oh, God said Daniel and Revelation ties hand in hand. Okay. Okay. I didn't know that. Okay, because I remember that when the children of Israel was when Nebuchadnezzar from Babylon had destroyed Israel, and he had taken all the learned people, he had taken all the educated people, who could be useful to his administration, the people who, were astrologers and musicians and doctors and stuff. He had Seeker, what's up? Seeker said each one teach one. There you go. There you go. I love that. Yes, that's what we do. We each one teach one. Oh, I got a rose. Thank you, Roy. Thank you so much for that rose. You see that? That's why my granny say better sit down. You better walk for a little something than sit down for nothing. Thank you so much, Roy. If I never walk up this morning, despite how I feel, I wouldn't get that rose, and I appreciate it. Okay, guys. So God says Daniel and Revelation ties hand in hand, because after all, that was it Daniel, but was it Daniel who had this dream, God? But somebody did have this dream when the Israelites were that's up when the Israelites were taken into Babylon forcefully to be slaves, and they were worried about them having been uprooted and removed from their life, and their whole country had been destroyed, and all of that, you know. And I always, when I talk about that, I always talk about the thief in Jeremiah, because Jeremiah was the one who set up the people them. And remember, Jeremiah did set up the people them, because Jeremiah was working with the Nebuchadnezzar to come destroy Israel. When me by lie, me I tell. I don't mean say so the Bible. So if I lie, I tell, I don't mean the Bible. Because the Bible said the people were gone, People them were gone. People them run away because of they were afraid of the destruction. This kind of gone off what we're reading today, but let me just say this. The people them, a lot of the people were gone. And Jeremiah started preaching and teaching and shouting and whatever, and telling the people they need to come back, because God gave him vision to rebuild Jerusalem. God gave him vision, and God said the people who had left needed to come back and invest in Israel and rebuild Israel. And they must build, they must establish themselves round about the perimeters of Israel, so that they'll be able to see the enemy when they're coming, and they'll be able to defend themselves. And the people believe Jeremiah, and then come and then build up around Jerusalem, around Israel, trying to to reestablish their community, reestablish their country, not knowing that Jeremiah was a co-conspirator with Nebuchadnezzar of Babylon. And when they came up and they destroyed Israel, and they took all the people who were educated down into Babylon as captive. Some of the people ran away to Egypt, some escaped, some of them, many of them were killed. You remember when Nebuchadnezzar said, when he installed the governor in Israel, he told the governor, of anybody here who is going to get harmed, let it not be Jeremiah. Protect Jeremiah at all cost. Any land or orchard that Jeremiah wants, give it to him. Now we know that Nebuchadnezzar don't give away nothing, not even prayer. So if Jeremiah was the one preaching, telling the people them to come, and then after the people come, Nebuchadnezzar was able to come up and destroy the people them, and he spared Jeremiah. And out of his own mouth, he told the governor that he had installed in Israel not to let any harm come of Jeremiah. Make sure Jeremiah get all the land he want, all the orchards he want, and protection at all costs. Uno still want to convince me that Jeremiah was a wholesome prophet? All right. But anyway, we're going to continue. But just leave make gonna soul marinate upon that. And let me keep moving. So anyway, this is what Paul says he saw in this vision. He saw this heaven open up, and God tell him, come up here, I want to show you something. And when he go up there, he see what look like sea of the grass, look like glass and crystals, and he saw what I'm saying, see 4 beasts. He said there were 4 beasts that have eyes all around their head. They had eyes all around. And he said the first beast was like a lion. So this lion had eyes all around. The second one was like a calf. The third one was like a beast at the face of a man. And the fourth one was like a flying eagle. And the 4 beasts had each of them 6 wings about them. I know the same dream this year Daniel did get. Hold on. I'm going to go back and go find the dream where Daniel did get. Now right now while I'm on the live, I'll go back afterwards and find it. And then we are going to talk about it. Not today though. It says, and the 4 beasts had each of them 6 wings. Hold on. You see, we come back to the 24. Remember, same see 24 seats, you know. Him see 24 seats round about the throne. Now, I want to pay attention, you know. Him see 24 seats around the throne with 24 elders. Then him see the 4 beasts. 1 beast like lion, 1 like calf, 1 like man, and 1 like an eagle. TikToks, how you doing? And 1 like an eagle. And each of these had 6 wings. 6 times 4 is how much? Alright. So I'm see 24 wings in all. Each of these had 6 wings. And they were full of eyes within. And they rest not day and night, saying, Holy, 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 Lord God Almighty, which was and is to come. But if him just go up there in a one vision, I always see this day and night, day and night, day and night. A one vision he go up there now. In a one vision he go up there now. And he was able to see day and night, day and night, day and night. Anywho, we are going to continue. Verse 8, he says, and the 4 beasts had each of them 6 wings about him, and they were full of eyes within, and they rest not day and night, saying, Holy, 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 Lord God Almighty, which was and is to come. And when those beasts give glory and honor and thanks to him that sat on the throne, who live forever and ever, the 24 elders fall down before him that sat on the throne, and worship him that lives forever and ever, and cast their crowns before the throne, saying, Thou art worthy, O Lord, to receive glory and honor and power, for thou hast created all things, and for thy pleasure they are and were created. That's the ending of Revelation chapter 4. We are going to move right along into Revelation chapter 5. Empress, what's up? Tafarim, bless up yourself. We are going to move right along, lovely people, into chapter 5 of the Revelation. Now, this is John continuing to speak about this experience he had in a vision. He says, and I saw, who that? So bad. And I saw in the right hand of him that sat on the throne a book written within and on the backside, sealed with 7 seals. This number 7 is very important. This number 7 comes up quite frequently. He says this book was sealed with 7 seals. And I saw a strong angel proclaiming with a loud voice, "Who is worthy to open the book and to loosen the seals thereof?" And no man in heaven, nor in earth, neither under the earth, was able to open the book, neither to look on the book. And I wept much, because no man was found worthy to open and to read the book, neither to even look at the book. And one of the elders said unto me, "Weep not. Behold, the Lion of the tribe of Judah, the Root of David, hath prevailed to open the book and to loosen the 7 seals thereof." All right, God says 7 is the number of completion. All right, we see 7 a lot in the Bible. Noah brought in 7 of the species of each animal into the ark. And here we see the number 7. There were the 7 wise and the 7 foolish virgins. Not true, called 7 wise and 7 foolish virgins. Then we see here where the number 7 has declared its dominance again. Here he says, "And one of the elders said unto me, Weep not. Behold, the Lion of the tribe of Judah, the Root of David, hath prevailed to open the book and to loosen the 7 seals." And I beheld, and lo, in the midst of the throne, and in the midst of the throne and of the 4 beasts, and in the midst of the elders, stood a lamb as it had been slain, having 7 horns and 7 eyes, which are the 7 spirits of God sent forth into all the earth. But God, I never remember hearing say God have 7 spirits. Uno did ever hear that? Uno did ever hear that? I had never heard that. You can go on and on because the number 7 appears in the Bible over 700 times. Really? You're kidding me. What? Oh, I never know that. Okay. All right, people. Let me continue reading here. So you want to know where I'm reading from? I'm reading Revelation chapter 5. Let me see what else John saw in that vision. He says, "And I beheld, and lo, in the midst of the throne and of the 4 beasts, and in the midst of the elders, stood a lamb as it had been slain, having 7 horns and 7 eyes, which are the 7 spirits of God sent forth into all the earth." So me always late to the party. I know I'm always late to the party. That's why I read the Bible for myself. Because you're right, me always late to the party for true. Oh wow. Let us continue. Verse 7. "And he came and took the book out of the right hand of him that sat upon on the throne." Now, who took this book now? This elder? Was it the elder who was able to take this book out of God's hand? Make me read that again, make sure. "And I beheld, and lo, in the midst of the throne and of the 4 beasts." Remember the 4 beasts, right? And in the midst of the elders stood a lamb as if it had been slain, having 7 horns and 7 eyes, which are the 7 spirits of God sent forth into the earth. And he came and took the book. Oh, the lamb? Is it the lamb he said that came and took the book? The lamb that looked like it was slain? Okay. That sounds like the lamb that looked like it had been slain came. And he came and took the book out of the right hand of him that sat upon the throne. Hold on there. Oh. Okay. God said that's the picture of Jesus. Let us continue. So the lamb came, this lamb that looked like it had been slain, it came and took the book out of the right hand of the man who sat on the throne. And when he had taken the book, the 4 beasts and the 24 elders fell down before the lamb, having every one of them harps and golden vials full of odors, which are the prayers of saints. All right, I'm hoping I get the picture of what is happening here. Okay? What John has seen in this vision. And he said, they sung a new song, saying, Thou art worthy to take the book and to open the seals thereof. For thou wast slain, and hast redeemed us to God by thy blood out of every kindred and tongue and people and nation, and hast made us unto our God kings and priests, and we shall reign on the earth. And I beheld, and I heard the voice of many angels round about the throne, and the beast and the elders, and the number of them was 10,000 times 10,000, and thousands of thousands. Okay, these are the number of angels that he saw, tens of thousands and thousands of thousands. Okay. Saying with a loud voice, Worthy is the Lamb that was slain to receive power and riches and wisdom and strength and honor and glory and blessing. And every creature which is in heaven and on earth and under the earth, and such as are in the sea, and all that are in them, heard I saying, Blessing and honor and glory and power be unto him that sits upon the throne, and unto the Lamb forever and ever. All right. That is the end of Revelation chapter 4. Another part of John's rather elaborate dream there. Okay. We're going to continue. We're on to chapter 6. The live now go long this morning. Because let me tell you something, my head hurt me. My head really and truly hurt me. Really badly. But I'm going to continue reading. And because of Uno make me come this morning, if it wasn't because of Uno, I would have just lay down right as here and sleep until tonight. But let's continue. Chapter 6 of the Revelation, if you're just coming. We are reading the book of Revelation. We have been reading the Bible from the beginning And now we are on to the book of Revelation, chapter 6. And I saw when the Lamb opened one of the seals. Now remember, John had said prior to this, he said, he saw the man on the throne with a book in his hand, and this book had 7 seals. The 7 seals represented God's 7 spirits, and no man, neither in heaven nor in earth, nor under the sea, in the sea, nor under the sea, nor under the earth, was worthy doing so. That's a smart man. Okay, what did I say now? Yeah. So here, John is saying nobody is able to open this book or even to look at this book that is in the hand of the man who is sitting on the throne. And then in the midst of all of what's going on and all that he is seeing, he sees a lamb that appears to be wounded like it had been slain. And this lamb went up to the man on the throne and took this book. And John is saying with his 2 eyes in his vision, he saw this lamb open this one of the seals of this book. All right. He says, and I saw and behold. Let me read from the beginning again. And I saw when the Lamb opened one of the seals, and I heard, as it were, the noise of thunder, one of the 4 beasts saying, come and see. Now, Anna Paul, now John. Anna Paul, me mean for say man, John. Lord, forgive me. And also. So here he says, one of the beasts, he heard one of the beasts saying, come and see. You know which beast him did attack? Remember him saying to the 4 beasts? Him see the 4 beasts. One will look like one lion, one look like one man, one look like one, well, next one will look like again. One look like one eagle. Our card did that come up, and one other one. 4 beasts in sea, each one of them with 6. Each one of them with 6 wings. So he says now one of the beasts went up. One of the beasts went up, and let me hear what God have to say. So the lamb, this slain lamb, went up and took the book, opened one of the seals, and he says he heard a great noise of thunder, and one of the 4 beasts saying, come and see. God, Miss Cod.
Good morning.
Good morning, Angel. How you doing, sugar?
I'm good.
Oh, it's always a pleasure to have you.
Thank you.
All right. We went on this. Somebody ask us to say if Solomon and God are family. Well, Jesus is descendant from the line of Judah, and so too is Solomon. So, earthly Jesus, according to the Bible, earthly Jesus would in fact be related to Solomon. All right, let's continue. Sister Card, what you got to say for me this morning?
You just read where it says nobody was worthy to open the book.
Right.
So my question is, if you go back to Philippians chapter 4, where Paul was talking to the saints there.
Philippians chapter 4.
Maybe right around the first couple of verses, like maybe like 3, 4.
3, 4. And I entreat thee also, true yoke fellow, help those women which labored with me in the gospel, with Clement also, and with other my fellow laborers whose names are in the book of life.
Mm-hmm.
Rejoice in the Lord always, and again I say rejoice. Let your moderation be known unto all men. Be
Why you continue to read?
me no know, cause you saw me if you read.
Because it says whose name is in the book of life. How he know whose name is in the book of life? If only this lamb is able to open the seal.
Maybe him just a say it. Just like how people nowadays, them say people are go to heaven. Oh, them sure say people are go to heaven. And them sure say them people are live right and all them people. Me not think say him see no book or no, Paul not see no book. Paul not see whose name in there. Paul just assume say because these people are in his fellowship, them out them
But he said he was caught up in the third heaven.
Paul not caught up in a nothing. Paul caught up in a himself. Eh? When did say that again? When he go up in the third heaven?
Um, was that Corinthians? I don't know. Let me see.
Let me read it and see what the context of him talking about him go up in a third heaven. You see, these people are these ideas of grandeur. These people believe that because they were entrusted with teaching, that everything that came in their minds, every idea that they could conceive. They could impose these ideologies on the people because they had this authority to preach and to teach. So, me not believe the things that them say.
Second Corinthians 12:13.
Second Corinthians, or Second Corinthians, then. I said the books of the Bible in order in my head for find Corinthians. You said Second Corinthians what?
12 and 13.
Second Corinthians 12 verse 13 says, "For what it is wherein ye were inferior to other churches, except it be that I myself was not burdensome to you, forgive me this wrong.
No.
Behold,
Okay. It can't be that then. Oh, hold on.
find it for me, because I remember he did say something about him being caught up in the third heaven. When some early up card,
Okay. Yeah. 12 and 4.
12
I
verse
win some.
12 verse 4 says, how that he was caught up into paradise. Wait, let me read what come before that. He says, and I knew such a man. All right, let me read before that. It is not expedient for me, doubtless, to glory. I will come to visions and revelations of the Lord. I knew a man in Christ above 14 years ago. Whether in the body I cannot tell, or whether out of the body I cannot tell. God knows I cannot tell. Such a one caught up to the such a one caught up to the third heaven.
He was speaking of himself.
He was speaking of himself?
Mm-hmm.
Really? Well, let me read that again. Let me see what Paul had said. Paul says, it is not expedient for me, doubtless, to glory. I will come to visions and revelations of the Lord. He says, I knew a man in Christ about 14 years ago. Whether it was in the body, I cannot tell, or whether it was out of the body, I cannot tell. God knows I cannot tell. But such a man was caught up in the third heaven. Such a one caught up in the third heaven. Why does this to me don't sound like he talking to himself about himself? He knew this person 14 years ago caught up in this third heaven. Whether it was it was a vision or it was real, he can't tell. So if he can't tell whether it was a vision or if it was real, then I can't tell either. It was neither. It was neither.
That's me.
It was probably a vision, but it wasn't
Uh,
real. But let me continue
if you,
reading. Hmm?
yeah, he he was definitely talking about himself there, but you have to read it in more context.
All right, let me read the rest of it. Let me see if I get it, what he was saying. He says, and I knew such a man, whether in the body or out of the body, I cannot tell. God knows I cannot tell how that he was caught up into paradise and heard unspeakable words, which it is not lawful for a man to utter. Of such a one will I glory, yet I myself I will not glory, but in mine infirmities. For though I would desire to glory, I shall not be a fool, for I will say the truth. But now I forbear, lest any man should think of me above that which he sees me to be, or that he hears of me. That says that that was him, Icad.
When you get a chance, read it, read it, and you'll see. It's definitely he was talking about himself.
Because what I just read doesn't tell me that he was talking about himself, you know. And even he himself said, he said he didn't know. And lest I shall be exalted above measure through the abundance of the revelations, there was given to me a thorn in the flesh, the messenger of Satan to buffet me, lest I should be exalted above measure. I don't know. I'm going to
Remember,
read
yeah,
because I don't
remember that 14
understand.
years ago.
What I don't
14
understand.
years ago is when he got met on the road to Damascus, and that beam of light shone on him.
But why would he be talking about himself in the third person?
Yes, he was.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna be. I don't want to infer that he was. Where can I find definitively that he was talking about himself? And him saying that he was caught up in the third heaven, I don't think he meant that he means that he went anywhere. If I'm supposed to believe that it was Paul was talking about, say as for argument's sake, Paul was talking about himself and he said he was taken up into the third heaven. Where would this
Yeah, he
third
said.
heaven have been? you know, couldn't it have been figuratively speaking? Because if you said it had to do with when he was struck down on the road to Damascus, then of course, yes, if he says he's taken up in the third heaven, I could infer from that he was converted as he was, and he considers that to be, an elevation of sorts for him. So he's sort of putting himself
in the
so much higher than he
in the
really
spirit,
is. Huh?
in in the spirit, he said he don't know if whether it was in the body or in the spirit. I think he could not have gone to the third heaven in his body. It's by his spirit, just like John has this this dream.
But
Because
when we dream, all the our earthly impossibilities are realized in dreams. Because you ever dream how you're flying? You ever dream you're in a one plane and it crash and you survive? And all these things. So all these earthly impossibilities are realized when we dream. So John here dreaming these things don't make it true. When you hear somebody tell an elaborate dream, do you immediately believe that it is true? That it actually happened? Do you? Well, when I hear somebody tell an elaborate dream, I don't believe it actually happened. unless sometimes when people dream things and then it's like a vision, because something similar might happen to them subsequent to that dream. But I don't think all these elaborate dreams are to be taken
Well,
literally.
you know,
Where's it?
two different.
Huh?
A dream and a vision are two different things. I think dream is kind of la la land, but a vision is clearly what was done or what is to come. That's just my interpretation.
Okay, let's see what's
Differentiate.
up. Okay, I understand because I've had dreams and I've had visions. They are not the same,
Right.
you know. So, but anyway, we're going to continue reading. The argument still remains as to whether or not Paul saying that this person reached the third heaven, whether or not he was talking about himself. When I find out whether I was talking about himself or somebody else, I will let you all know. If you all find out before me, you all let me know. God says she thinks he was talking about himself. I mean, no, say when she says something, she got to find something to back it up. She got to call me later and back it up. But that's all right. Desi, good morning. Happy Monday morning to you. My head hurt me. But anyway, make we continue. Make we continue. If you're wondering where we're on to chapter 6 of the book of Revelation. Here, John is saying, I'm going to start from the beginning again. John says, and I saw when the Lamb opened one of the seals, and I heard, as it were the noise of thunder, one of the four beasts saying, come and see. And I saw, and behold, a white horse, and he that sat on him had a bow, and a crown was given unto him, and he went forth conquering and to conquer. And when he had opened the second seal, I heard the second beast say, come and see. And there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat upon that horse to take peace from the earth, and that they should unalive one another. And there was given unto him a great sword. So this book, hold up the people. Sorry, let me kick this up. Let me get this straight. Let me get this right. So this
What chapter and
book,
verse? What chapter and verse you on?
me there chapter 6. So this book, let me see me get this right. This book that God have in him hand, John saw this lamb that looks wounded. All right, we are gonna say this lamb. Them said this lamb was Jesus, right? So John saw Jesus in the form of this lamb, of this wounded lamb, go up to God and take this book from God and open the first seal. Remember, I said this book have 7 seals, He opened the first seal, and one of the creatures, remember there were 4 creatures him say he saw standing there, right? One looked like a man, one looked like a eagle, one looked like a lion, and what the other one did look like? Something. But 4 creatures. And this one of the creatures said to him, come, come, come look. Him just opened the book here. Come, come looking at the book. And when him look, he saw a white horse in the book. Then this happened again. He opened the second seal, and when he looked, there was a red horse. And this red horse is supposed to remove peace from the earth. It's supposed to make we kill each other. Unu hold on there. Unu hold on there. So John saw in his vision, Jesus opened this book, and a red horse come out of this book. And the responsibility of this red horse is to remove peace from earth. It's supposed to make sure we don't have no peace. And it's supposed to make sure so we go around and kill each other. Is this the same God who telling us we need to have peace and love among each other and do unto others as we have them do unto us? How come him have a book with a horse in it that is supposed to remove peace out of earth, and is supposed to ensure that we unalive each other? What a conflict. What a conflict, if there ever was one. All I'm doing is reading and using my little pea brain to evaluate these things. It's mind-boggling to me. It's mind-boggling to me. AG, what's up? Something not right here, so in a ninja man voice, right, AG? Something not right here, so. Because if you want to tell me, you want me to believe that this same God who wants us to be peaceful and who threatens us that if we do not live good with each other, if we do not take care of each other, him have a punishment of a hellfire for us if we don't do these things. This same God have a book that when him open this book, this red horse come out of this book, and him is unleashing this red horse on the earth. And the responsibility of this red horse is to remove peace and love from the earth, and to make sure that we slay each other. I want to make that sink in. Let that sink in.
According to the Bible, that the church and the rapture have been moved.
Say that again for me, sis. Where says sis?
According to where we are at this time, the church has been removed from the earth.
The church has been removed.
Yeah, or the believers have been removed.
Oh, so the believers kind of gone already, so the rest of us are not believers, can't be believers? Is that what you're saying?
He said they can't be believer. I'm telling you where we are. Where, you know, if you read in the Bible, at this point, this is the believers have been already gone from the earth. So it's I won't say not his people, but the chosen or the ones who believe are gone.
Oh, so the chosen people have already been taken up.
Yeah.
So what other people down here on earth now I try to be believers, I try to be taken up. They're not no more taken up to be taken up then?
I guess not.
So then better just go and live their life then.
I think if I'm not mistaken, I think further down they would be given they would be given a final chance to.
So taking that into logic now, if as you say, if the people who are supposed to be taken up by this God have already been taken up, what is the point of the people here now working to be taken up? You say they're going to be given a second opportunity?
I think so. I'm not quite sure, but I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure that somewhere along they would be given like some last opportunity
To be taken up.
to be, yeah.
Okay.
Or,
Okay, sis. All right. All right. All right. Honestly, when I'm talking about gentle people, me tell you, say, when me telling you, say, I am open for, I have opened up myself to all kinds of questions and ridicule because I've chosen to read this here Bible here. The Bible is not Bibling. These things in the Bible don't make no sense. They don't make sense. But we're going to continue reading it. We're going to continue reading because that is the objective, to read it. To make JG, what's up? How you doing? It's rather interesting if you ask me. Let us continue. So he opens the second book. He opens the second seal on the book. Let's read it again. He says, the first time he opened, he said, behold, there was a white horse, and he that sat on him had a bow, and a crown was given unto him, and he went forth conquering and to conquer. And when he had opened the second seal, I heard the second beast say, come and see. And there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another. And there was given unto him a great sword. And when he had opened the third seal, I heard the third beast say, come and see. And I looked, and lo, a black horse, and he that sat on him had a pair of balances in his hand. And I heard a voice in the midst of the four beasts say, a measure of wheat for a penny, and 3 measures of barley for a penny, and see thou hurt not the oil and the vine. Whatever that means. Let me read it again. He says, and I heard a voice in the midst of the four beasts say, a measure of wheat for a penny, and 3 measures of barley for a penny, and see thou hurt not the oil and the wine. And when he had opened the fourth seal, I heard the voice of the fourth beast say, come and see. And I looked, and behold, a pale horse. So him see a white horse, a red horse, a black horse, and now him seeing a pale horse. And his name that sat on him was Death. The name of the person who sat on this horse, number 4, was Death. And hell followed with him, and power was given unto them over the fourth part of the earth, to kill with sword, and with hunger, and with death, and with the beasts of the earth. And when he had opened the fifth seal, I saw under the altar the souls of them that were slain for the word of God and for the testimony which they held. And they cried with a loud voice, saying, How long, O Lord, holy and true, dost thou not judge and avenge our blood on them that dwell on the earth? And white robes were given unto every one of them, and it was said unto them that they should rest yet for a little season, until their fellow servants also and their brethren that should be killed as they were should be fulfilled. What? So them people must put on white robe and wait until their fellow men, wait for their fellow men who are going to be slain on earth. So that's what the second, that's what the, that's what the red horse going to do. The red horse is going to go slay the people on earth and them spirit out. What kind of, what is this? Let me continue reading. He says, And they cried with a loud voice, saying, How long, O Lord, holy and true, dost thou not judge and avenge our blood on them that dwell on the earth? And white robes were given unto every one of them, and it was said unto them that they should rest yet for a little season, until their fellow servants also and their brethren that should be killed as they were should be fulfilled. And I beheld when he had opened the sixth seal, and lo, there was a great earthquake, and the sun became black as sackcloth of hair, and the moon became as blood. And the stars of heaven fell into the earth, even as a fig tree casts her untimely figs when she is shaken of a mighty wind. And the heaven departed as a scroll when it is rolled together, and every mountain and island were moved out of their places. And the kings of the earth, and the great men, and the rich men, and the chief captains, and the mighty men, and every bondman, and every free man, hid themselves in the dens and in the rocks of the mountains, and said to the mountains and rocks, Fall on us, and hide us from the face of him that sits on the throne, and from the wrath of the Lamb. For the great day of his wrath is come, and who shall be able to stand? Here ends the reading of Revelation chapter 6. Here ends the reading of Revelation chapter 6. But me not see open the seventh seal yet, God. I only 6 seals me see open here, so. So here, John in this vision, John is talking about him having gone to heaven in this vision, and he's saying what he has seen in this vision. There is a man sitting on a throne with a golden crown on his head. There are 24 seats around this man, and 24 elders are sitting on these seats. And then there are these 4 creatures that has eyes all around their head. One looks like a man, one looks like an eagle, one looks like a lion. And what he said the other one look like? Let me tell you no. Don't make me tell you nothing wrong. I don't want to tell you nothing wrong. But a 4 beasts he saw. He says one look like a lion, one look like a calf, one look like a man, and the other one look like an eagle. Bitchy Boo, what's up, sis? How you doing? So these are the 4 beasts, and each of these 4 beasts, each of them have 6 wings. He says the man have a book in his hand, and this book has 7 seals, none of which has been broken. And these seals, nobody in heaven nor in earth, nor under the earth, nor under the sea, can read what is in this book. And then in the middle he saw a lamb. I paint the picture if you don't come to when I just read, you know. In the middle he saw a lamb, a wounded lamb. And this lamb went up to the person on the throne. And this lamb took the book out of, I guess this is the king, because this is the king sitting on the throne. And this lamb took the book from the king's hand. And one of the creatures called him John and said, come, look. When this lamb opened the first seal. And this first seal, when he opened it, there was a white horse. All right? He said there was a white horse. Why said white horse did I do again? Let me tell you now. He said there was a white horse, and he that sat on that horse had a bow, and a crown was given to him, and he went forth conquering. All right, so that was what happened when the first seal opened. He said when the second seal opened, one of the preacher called him, said, come and see. And when he looked, there was a red horse. And this red horse was supposed to be released onto earth to remove peace from the earth and to ensure that the people on earth unalive each other. If that not sound questionable to me, I don't know what to say. Because this would say to me that the same God who is willing us to live in peace and to not hurt each other and to love our neighbors as ourselves and to be good stewards of humanity is the same God that is also unleashing the evil on us that is making us unable to accomplish those things. How what could have caused this? This doesn't sound right, people. This doesn't sound right to me. This doesn't sound right to me. It's like the same mother who tell you, say, go and go eat the candy, man. Eat the candy, nothing now go do you. And me give you for eat. And when you eat the candy, the same mother whoop your tail. She buy the candy, as she put it in front of you, as she tell you to eat it, but then when you eat it, she whoop you. I don't get it. I don't get it. It's like a setup. Exactly. It's like a setup. And let me tell you, that is why I keep saying to you people, if you read the Bible for yourself, you know. If you read the Bible for yourself. Because this right here has brought me a ton of questions this morning. A ton of questions. Because if God himself, according to John, if I'm supposed to believe John's dream, right? I remember I said this at John. Where's the card?
I want you to have headache.
No, so no wonder me have headache. Think too much about these things, eh? So if John saying his vision, him see God a whole one book, and him see Jesus in the form of a wounded lamb, take this book, and every seal he broke out of this book meant some kind of devil is unleashed on the earth. Then how come God have all these things in a book and allow Jesus to open this book and unleash all of these devils and evils on mankind? And yet, God see him want us to live in peace. Want us to not unalive each other, want us to love each other as we love ourselves. How we gonna do it if him same one unleash whatever is in this book on us that is to make us not comply? And him same one have this hell waiting to burn us up. It don't make no sense. It's a setup. That's why I say, as humans, we need to stop looking towards any unseen thing or any unrealistic deliverance for us as human beings. I think the people who are making the laws of the land need to make the laws of such that we can live our little lives in peace, and we can die in peace, rather than people running around with pew-pews and pew-pewing each other. Because trust me, our deliverance is not going to come from above. I don't care what you want to say about me. Our deliverance is not going to come from above. And then hear John same see the book. Am I supposed to believe John, or am I not supposed to believe John? I don't believe John see nothing. But if he did, you don't find it questionable that God would be holding this book, and God would allow, why God have this book in the first place? Why God want to unleash devils and demons on us in the first place? Why would he want to rob us of love and peace towards each other, when according to the Bible, those are the traits, the character traits that we need to possess for us even to, me I go say what the Bible say, for us to even go to this heaven. So this not sound right. That means God don't want to know about heaven. He don't want to know there. Because if he wanted on there, if he wanted you all there, he would have laid the foundation. He would have provided for you all the resources to make you be able to accomplish that feat. He don't want you there. Because if I'm going to let go one red horse, and the responsibility of this red horse is to rob you of peace, is to make sure that you unalive each other. And he's going to say to you, if you unalive each other, you cannot come up here. But me are going to leg this horse on you. And this horse's responsibility is to ensure so you don't unalive each other. There are lots of stories that I have read. But when me telling you, say, I told you before that the Bible takes the cake. The Bible does take the cake. Because I've never read a book that has more elaborate story. All these stories are so elaborate. And for people to tell me that I need to believe these elaborate stories, you could have fooled me. You keep them stories here. You keep them stories here. Keep them to yourself. Because these stories are just mind-boggling. It's like the story of Jack and the Beanstalk. Remember that story there? And how the beanstalk grow all the way up to heaven. And how Jack climbed up there and say he was curious, and he climbed the stalk and went all the way up and found whatever he found, a woman up there. And the next thing you know, somebody cut down the beanstalk and Jack was stuck. And Jack was stuck up there. Listen, sweets, how you doing, love bug? Good to see you, sugar. Good to see you. Welcome. Guys, everything in this Bible here is questionable. But what John say he saw up in heaven, I find it extremely hard to believe. But I'm not going to knock anybody for believing what they want to believe. Okay? Palmer say, what is sin? Palmer, you know you got a great question, my love. You have a great question. What is sin? That's a good question. I wonder if you can answer that. You can answer the question, what is sin? Because according to the Bible, it is anything that goes against the righteous authority in the Bible. Notice me say the righteous authority because because that word can be used a little bit loosely if I say righteous authority, because here, so we just read about the righteous authority, and the righteous authority is the one who is deliberately unleashing unrighteousness on us, unrighteousness that we can't resist, but that he wants us to resist in order for us to not suffer this consequence of hell. It's it's all questionable. It's all questionable. So, listen, people. No, all I'm doing is reading this thing and analyzing it for myself. I don't know. So please, uno don't go say Trev, so uno try go quote the Bible. Uno try quote the Bible, because it is from the Bible that I get these things that I'm saying, and I have a right to question. Where you say the Bible says sin is the transgression of God. Sin is the transgression of God's law. Okay. Okay, baby love. Okay, baby love. Live your life, say. You still believe in Christianity and the Bible. You're new here, not true? You are new here, I can tell. I can tell. All right. Happy Monday. I love your life. Live your life. Live your life. Yeah. Oh, clearly you're new here. I can tell. I can tell. Um, guys, let me tell you something. This Bible here has opened my eyes to so much. To so much. I don't want to know, like, here when I question the things that I'm reading in the Bible, but what I question, it is not for you to like it or not to like it. You understand? It is for me to take on this journey and take it on out loud and question what I'm questioning out loud, because I can guarantee you 100% that I'm not the only person with questions. I might be just one of a few people who is willing to say it out loud, but I can guarantee you I'm not the only person. So by me saying out loud what I am thinking about this Bible here, I'm sure other people are getting the courage to ask questions as well, because there's so many questions to be asked. And people want to shove this Bible down your throat and tell you, oh, you need to be aware of the Bible. Whatever is in the Bible is truth. It's written by men inspired by God. Quit even opening your mouth and saying such nonsense. Quit. Quit. The Bible isn't written by anybody, inspired by anybody, or anything. Okay. First of all, the Bible is a compilation of ancient Jewish writings. Every single book of the Bible is written by a Jew, coming from the establishment of Judaism. Okay. So, it's not no book written by anybody, inspired by anybody. Because if you talk about inspiration, there are things in the Bible that I would not want those inspirations. Okay? So we're going to stop saying that, because that is not true. Okay? All right. But when we come back tomorrow, let me tell you something that hurt me. So I will come back tomorrow. Okay? I'm going to drink some tea and stuff. And we're going to come back tomorrow morning. And we are going to continue reading, because so far, John not see the 7th seal open yet. Him see seal 1, him see seal 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. But John hasn't seen the 7th seal open yet. So I don't know if the 7th seal on this book is going to be open. But we're going to come back tomorrow. We're going to read chapter 7, chapter 8, and chapter 9 tomorrow. And we will see. Paul, I was waiting for you to come into the live, you know. I've been sitting here waiting for you. I say I'm not leaving until Paul comes. So now that you are here, I can go. Somebody says, according to the Bible in the book of Revelation, who are the 144,000? What do they represent? Sis, I don't know. I haven't read about them yet. I haven't gotten there yet. Remember, I'm just reading, coming around from Genesis, you know. So this is my second day in the Revelation. I don't know what that 144 is. I'm going book by book and chapter by chapter, and I guess I haven't read that portion yet. So when I get there, I hope you'll be here when I get to reading about that 144,000. Okay? Then we can talk about it then. But for right now, I have no answer because I haven't read that as yet. Okay? All right. When we come back tomorrow, we are going to be reading chapters 7, 8, and 9, where we will continue. Where's the card?
It's going to be in chapter.
Where's the card?
No, I went away, and when I came back, I heard you saying something about the 144,000.
No, somebody in the somebody in the chat was asking me, say, according to the Bible in the book of Revelation, who are the 144,000 and what do they represent? So I was telling her that I don't know because I haven't read about it yet. I am just reading from Genesis, coming around, and I'm just now at finished reading Revelation 6, but I haven't read anything yet about the 144.
Because it's in chapter 7.
Okay, so we're going to read about that tomorrow. Yeah. Okay, so tomorrow when we read about that, then we can talk about it. But I can't talk about it now because I haven't read that yet. Remember, in Palmer, this is not the Bible study where people, the Bible reading, I should say, where people are, trying to teach somebody something about what they believe is in the Bible and what they think others should do or shouldn't do with their lives. This is not that kind of Bible live. All I am doing is reading the Bible for myself and reading it out loud and examining it for myself and doing so out loud because I have lots and lots and lots of questions. Okay? You say she said she wanted to get my take on it. When we get there tomorrow, sis, I will say something, but right now, I not reach there yet. I never read that yet. I never read it yet. I must have just read the Bible, I not reach yesterday yet. So tomorrow tomorrow when we get there, we will talk about it. All right? Because I guess then we will see what the seventh seal is about. What that seventh seal is going to unleash on humanity. All right? I appreciate you though. Is it Plummer or Palmer? I look at your name and I see Palmer. Okay, I want to say thanks to everybody who came into the live this morning. I sincerely appreciate you all. Those of you who tapped, I think I got a few roses this morning as well. Those of you over here on the tube who did not hit the like button on your way in, please do hit the like button on your way out. Or if you just tap your screen once, your like should be registered. That's a new feature from YouTube. Cheryl is here. Cheryl say you start reading the Bible at the last book. Oh, Cheryl, no, my love. I've been reading the Bible from the beginning, my love. I started at in the beginning. You probably new here too. I started from in the beginning, and I've read every book and every chapter. I am now at the book of Revelation. Yeah. This was a journey. my love. This was a journey. I didn't just pick up the Bible and say, oh, let me go read Revelation today. No, it's a journey, my dear. Yeah, you're funny. Just you start reading the book at the last book, the Bible at the last book. Happy Monday to you, Cheryl. Happy Monday to you, my love. So, guys, that is where we are going to end for this morning. Thanks again to everybody who came in. And for those of you who participated in the chat, I sincerely, sincerely appreciate you all. To my dear sister Card, who has always been so insightful and able to contribute significantly to our Bible reading ever since we started at Genesis. She has been contributing significantly to the chat. I sincerely appreciate you, my love, and everybody else who came in. Thank you all so much for joining us. Until next time, my friends, this is Trev from Trevessence. Your journey matters. Have yourselves a great Monday, everybody, and I'll see you all later. AG, where's some do welcome Cheryl? Let me know welcome Cheryl. Paul, you love get for me KC. We will talk later, guys. Have yourselves a great one. Paul, later. AG, I see you later.